do it for the children.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to another Herman's Head. Today, what I wanted to do is just show y'all something that I usually cook for like meal prep or whatever you want to do, meal prep cooking. Um, it's going to be turkey chili, so it's pretty simple. It's pretty good, pretty healthy. A lot less calories and stuff than your red meat and your high fat meat, stuff like that. So I'm gonna show y'all how to get it popping. First, what we're gonna do is just get a nice sturdy pan, wide edges, all that good stuff, and use some olive oil. I'm gonna use about a tablespoon, which is like one turn around the pan. So I'll just do that real quick. And once you start measuring foods and doing stuff like that, because I have measuring cups and all that good stuff. So once you start doing that, you'll get a better understanding of how to eyeball your food and stuff, so your calories and your macros and all that good stuff can be in order, and you'll know how to, read them. So I got a little olive oil. I got some ground turkey. It's 80-20 or 85-15 actually. I usually like a lot leaner turkey meat, which is like 93.7 for my turkey, but they didn't have any of that, so I just got 85-20. I was gonna get some ground beef. It was leaner. It was about 80. It was like 87-13, something like that. But the calories didn't make up in calories, so I decided to just go ahead and get the ground turkey. I got some chopped up onions, some green peppers, and garlic. I got two types of beans. I got some kidney beans, and then I got regular pinto beans that I cooked from dry. So I just got a can of kidney beans, which is about 8 ounces once you rinse them off. And then I got 12 ounces of pinto beans that I cooked last night. I got my seasoning. So what I did is I put the oil in there. I'm letting it heat up. And just take my seasonings for my chili. And what I'm going to do is I usually just put it in the meat, and I put a good amount of it in the meat while it's cooking, so that I don't have to re-season it as I go. But if I need to taste it, I will. So some cumin right here, and just shake it. I had a bad experience with cumin one time. I shook like way too much on some ribs I was making. This was like years ago. And ever since then, I hated cumin. So I use it very sparingly. But you need it for chili. You just need it for chili. But it's popping. You got chili powder. So I just usually take the cap off and just shake it in there like that, like that, as Tabitha was saying. I love Tabitha. She's vegan, and I wanna do the vegan thing too, but it's not all that much about meat. It's just, I don't know, where I'm located, it's just very few selections for vegan options as far as vegetables and stuff, because I like to eat whole. So I'm basically going to be beans, rice, squash, and broccoli all the time. And I mean, I basically eat the same thing anyway with the meats, but at least I can switch it up a little bit. Like with that, it just feels like real redundant to me. But like I said, I'm going to get into it eventually. I got some paprika, good old paprika. Now, you don't have to measure the spices or anything specifically. because like spices don't have much. Um, Spices don't have any calories, so you can use pretty much as much as you want, as little as you like, as much as you like. I got onion powder, shake that in there. I got regular garlic, but I also got garlic powder because that's my business, and I put that in there like that. That's popping. I love garlic powder. I put that on everything. I got a little bit of oregano left, so I'm gonna just use all that and just dump that in there. Like, I got some sea salt. If you're gonna use salt, just use sea salt. Like, it has more minerals, and Himalayan salt is good too. I just didn't get any, but use just some sea salt instead of that table salt. That table salt is trash. So if you're gonna use salt, use this. I try to use not a whole lot, but I still want my food to taste good. Black pepper. So I just fresh cracked black pepper. I love black pepper. So I'm gonna put a lot of it in there, like a lot of it. I don't know how many twists and turns that was. It was enough. Alright, so we got the black pepper in there, like that. And I think that's everything as far as my seasonings go. Alright, so we're going to see that. And we're going to throw that turkey right in the pan like that. I had already cut the stove on and getting it hot. So you hear that nice sizzle. You want that sizzle, because that's going to brown the meat. And brown food means good food. It tastes better. So I'm going to give the turkey a couple minutes to go ahead and try to brown up a little bit. I'm breaking it up a little bit. Not trying to do too much to it. You see? Yeah, I'm going to let it just, let it cook for a little bit. How I weigh my food, I got my scale. So I weigh the turkey, make sure that was straight. I weighed the beans, make sure that was right. Get you a food scale. They're pretty cheap. This was like $10, $15, something like that. They're not extremely expensive. It helped me a lot because I thought I understood how to do, I thought I understood how to weigh my food, and I was totally off. So when that happens, you get so much more calories and so much more fat and so much more, like, calories really add up. So you think you're using 1 tablespoon of olive oil, that's 120 calories. You actually got 3 tablespoons, that's, 400 calories right there that you ain't even think in your head that you knew. So the turkey is starting to brown. So I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Because that's a little. It's called two things. When I was in school, high school, culinary arts, 2 things I learned: mise en place, which means get everything in order, keep everything in order, and clean as you go. I also worked in a restaurant, like a professional type restaurant, and clean as you go. Like, it really helps too. Like, if you clean your station and clean around you, so when you're finished cooking, you ain't gotta worry about it. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about, oh, I got all these dishes, I got all that shit. So I'm gonna put my onions and my garlic and my green peppers in there. Bang bang. Like that. Mix that around a little bit. Let that go ahead and let that cook up. I turned it back up to the heat, back to medium, about medium high. This is good for those that are on dialysis too. This is just not for healthy people, quote unquote. I mean, people just like in the gym and stuff trying to get healthy and all that good stuff. This is for people on dialysis as well, diabetics and stuff. Now, the beans do have a lot of carbohydrates, but we're not necessarily worried about the carbohydrates because they also are high in protein. So this is going to be a high protein chili, of course, and it's going to have some carbohydrates, but they're not bad. Carbohydrates aren't inherently bad. A lot of people get bread, and you got to eat what you like to stick to your nutrition. You know what I mean? You got to eat. If you like bread, eat bread. Just try to eat bread that's a little bit, that give you some benefits. Like, try not to eat just straight up white bread. Try to eat some whole wheat with seeds and stuff like that. Like stuff I have here, like my everything bagels. Try to eat stuff like that with 26 whole grains, with fiber, stuff like that, so you can get at least some benefits out of your food. You know what I mean? So that's all it's about. It's not about like suffering. It's not about like, oh, you're gonna only eat chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli. No, like, unless you're trying to be a competitive bodybuilder and it's like close to competition day, then that's when maybe you'll do something extreme like that. But on every day, like, just eat food you enjoy. Like, just try to find a healthier version, like spaghetti. You like spaghetti? Eat spaghetti. It's all right. Like, if you like Chinese food, eat Chinese food. Like, just try to find healthier alternatives. Cook. Like, don't go out so much. Cook for yourself, and it'll be all right. Like, for real. Like, you'll lose weight. Like, if you want to lose weight, you'll be in a calorie deficit. If you want to gain weight, just, you need to be in a calorie surplus, and but still eat the right foods. Like, you'll gain muscle. So I also have some good old diced tomatoes and some tomato sauce. And then I got some honey for sweetness. Because I like my chili to have a little sweetness to it. Just like I put like you put sugar in your spaghetti, is to counteract the acid of the tomatoes. So that's why I put a little honey in it. Because like I said, if you got sugar and you want to use it, that's fine. But try to find something that has a little bit more health benefits for you. Like honey. Honey is a better alternative than just straight up sugar. So that's why you'll see me using honey. You'll see me using stevia. Stevia has no calories, so that's why I use that. And then honey, it only has about 60 calories per tablespoon. So you can get the sweetness that you need, and you're getting like nutritional benefits from it. So definitely do that. Alright, so this is an 8-ounce can of tomatoes and 15 ounce can of diced tomatoes. So I'm opening them up. So my chili is looking pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is take the sauce, bang, like that. Take my tomatoes, bang, like that. Mix that in there. Chicken stock. I love chicken stock, chicken broth. Adds flavor with not very many calories. This has 10 calories for a cup. So I'm going to put about 8 ounces. So that's a cup. I'm going to rinse out my tomato sauce. got that situated. So what we're gonna do is next, I'm gonna add a little bit of the honey. I'm going ahead and do about a tablespoon or so of that. Add the beans. The pinto beans. You see right there. So I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid. And then let that thicken up and do its thing for a couple of hours. Probably like 2 hours. And let it come to a boil first. And then once it comes to a boil, turn it down to like medium low, something like that, and let that pop. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of my seasonings, a little bit more paprika, a little bit more chili powder. I'm not gonna add no more cumin because, like I said, I had a bad experience with cumin. Don't want to overdo it. A little extra onion powder. And this is mostly for like the tomatoes because the tomatoes didn't have any salt, nothing in them. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a dash more salt too. It's gonna thicken up, so you don't want to over salt it because then it's gonna be salty as it reduces. So let me get everything together, start cleaning up. And that's my chili. It's pretty dope. It's pretty good. I love it. I love making chili. Let me find the top for this. And you just let it cook for like a good hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. That's all you need. So I'm gonna bring it to a boil. Let it do its thing. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm not gonna really show y'all the whole after because it's gonna basically look the same. It's just thickened up some. So like I said, for about an hour. I like mine to cook long, so because I like my beans super soft. So about an hour and a half. If you get 45 minutes, you good to go. If you don't feel like waiting that long. So with this whole pot of food, like literally the whole pot of food, is a total of, let me check, I counted it up, is 178 grams of protein, 83 grams of fat, and 314 grams of carbohydrates. And that's about 2,000 and about close to 2,182, so close to 2,200 calories. So if you break that up into five, meals, that's only 431 calories per meal, right there. So that's going to be probably about five or so meals for me. So I'm going to split that up into about 5. Now, each meal isn't going to be exactly 431 calories, but if you are eating it during the week, you're basically going to have that 2,000 calorie amount. So it's going to vary little by little each day that you eat it, or each time that you eat it. But other than that, it's a lot healthier, full of nutrients from the beans and full of protein, all that good stuff, healthy fat. So just something quick, easy. Like you ain't gotta sit over the stove. You only see that only take like 10-15 minutes, especially if you get everything together. Like it doesn't take long at all. And another thing, I've been doing a lot more. I've been learning that working out, like I do weight training and all that good stuff. But it doesn't. I always knew it didn't burn a ton of calories, but I didn't know it burned so little. I was on YouTube looking at some influencers and coaches and stuff like that, and I learned that even on a hard, going hard workout day, you doing legs, you pushing yourself to the max, you're probably on average burn about, depending on your weight and all that, probably like 300 calories at the most. At the most. So 300 calories isn't much. So cardio is important. I've been learning that. I've been getting my 10,000 steps in every day. I'm upping that now to I'm going to about 12,000 steps a day now. I'm trying to get that. And like I got me some jump ropes, some of that good stuff. I'm starting to get into a little bit of boxing, so I'm doing some shadow boxing, stuff like that as well. When I first started working out, about 4 or 5 years ago, I always thought cardio was bad. Like, 'cause I wanted to put on muscle, but I wanted to lose fat too, and I was like, how am I going to do both? Because everybody was saying you can't do both. And it's kind of true. You can't lose fat and put on muscle. You can maintain muscle for the most part, and you might put on a little bit if you're like newer to the gym. If you've been doing it for a little while, it's probably going to be kind of hard to do so. But it's not 100% impossible. It's just a lot harder to do. So, but I want to lose fat. So my focus is lifting heavy, getting stronger, and now my cardio, because I want to have a good physique. I want to look good as well. So get your cardio in. Always remember that. Walk. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to do, or ride the bike for an hour. Walk for an hour. It's little stuff like that. You don't have to do nothing crazy. You ain't got to run. I hate running, me personally. So you ain't got to do nothing crazy. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do HIIT or anything. You do what you enjoy doing. Whatever makes you want to do it, or is something that makes you say, you know what, I want to do this again. Do that. That's all it takes. It's just something simple as that. So I thank y'all for joining me. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all a little. I'll show y'all again. See, the chili's boiling now. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the heat on that and let that rock for about an hour or so. But I thank y'all for joining me. Like I said, I'm be doing more videos, more cooking, more meal prepping, more all that good stuff. Y'all have any questions, y'all can always hit the comments. My Instagram is at Camden's with an S, CAMDENS, Illest, ILLEST. So that's where I'm at on Instagram. Herman Logan the third is on Facebook, so you can follow me there too. I put a lot of quick videos up and pictures up and progress stuff, food pictures, stuff like that. So y'all can go to either one of those places. You can follow me there. You can share this video. You can watch my other videos. You can like it. Please like it. Subscribe. Please subscribe. And just continue to do your thing. Continue to work hard. And progress is a process. But I ain't got nothing but time. Go hard or go harder. It ain't no go home. You have a good one.